What are you eating?
Sourdough with peanut butter.
Did you run out of goldfish?
Can't eat goldfish anymore.
Oh, that's right, the cheese. God, you're fucking old.
Damn them for using real cheese.
I would just live with shitting my ass out. Like, I'd be fine with it. I'm at the point in my life now where it's like I do it anyways all the time because I'm old, so it's a few more times. Can't tell me what I can and can't eat.
Would you really notice a difference?
No.
Podcast about bourbon and the ones who drink it. This is Bourbon Matters. Welcome to Bourbon Matters. I'm Jake.
And I'm Dan.
We're missing Gold Eagle Jake this week because he's getting married. So congrats to him and his wife, Lauren. So it's just me and Dan.
It's kind of sad.
So feel free to opt out now.
Yeah, and if you're opting out right now, that's fine because I don't even want to be part of this episode. So,
but yeah, so we thought we'd do a couple fresh pops, talk about the bottles that we're gonna drink a little bit, and then
we haven't talked about actual whiskey in a long time.
No, we haven't. So yeah, this will be a little change of pace for us, which is nice. And then Dan had the pleasure of waiting in line in a controlled state this past weekend. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, how that went, which we got text updates throughout the day. And
it didn't start off good.
Yeah,
it started off with a big mistake. But yeah, well, so we've talked a lot about the laws are different out here and what they do for like more of the allocated things that we know to be as allocated. It's like a lot of the Buffalo Trace stuff. The third Saturday of every month, they release it. And since it's a control state, you can go onto the website, the DAB's website or the app. You can see all the bottles of all the types of product that the state is getting, and they're going to be releasing on that Saturday. And then it'll show you which stores are getting what and how many. And then you can basically say, well, this store is getting a lot of this. I want to get this. I'm going to go to the store early, wait in line, and get it. And that's how you can get. We talked the other week with Jake about some of those people that really, really want Blanton's and how it's not crazy anymore to get it online at other price. This one is you can get that stuff here now, and I'll get into it. But if you really want Blanton's, come out to Utah on the third Saturday.
Yeah. I mean, like that process is pretty standard for like a control state, right? Like
I don't remember Utah or Ohio being like that. They're all kind of different. Now, like the heavily allocated stuff, the BTAC, the PAPIs, the things like that, that's a end of the year lottery. Mm-hmm. So you just sign up and then you say, hey, I'm signing up for this bottle. This is the store I'd want it delivered to. And then they'll get you taken care of. But everyone's different. I'm guessing a lot of states are probably similar. It's basically first come, first serve, one per person is all the rules. So I thought I've been here. This would be the third one. I've been here 4. I've never went to one. And I thought, well, we'll take a look and see what's going on. So I pulled up the website. And here's where things started going wrong, which I want to clarify my point because I don't think I was too far in the wrong of thinking this. So I pull up my the things, and there wasn't a ton on there that I was super concerned about getting. The one thing that I did want on the list, and it was at the store in the city of Sandy, which is less than 15 minutes up the road from me. It's right by where I play pickleball at once a week, so I know where that store is. And they were getting one of the bigger drops in terms of they had basically one of everything that was coming out, and they had some of the most quantities of a lot of things. So the thing I wanted the most was a bottle of Eagle Rare, but not just a bottle of Eagle Rare. They were selling the 1.75 liter bottles of Eagle Rare, and there was three. Roberto has one. He can't be the only person that has one. So I wanted to rain on his parade, and I thought I want to get myself a big ass bottle of Eagle Rare. So I left early. I didn't know what the lines are going to be like, so I left really early. There's by that liquor store in Sandy. There's a bunch of other stores and stuff. I'm like, I'll drive by, see what it's like 2 hours beforehand. If it's bad, maybe I'll stick around. Maybe I'll just say screw it. If it's not bad, I'll go do some shopping, whatever. So I get there 2 hours early. No one's there. I'm like, all right, way too early for Utah. Fine, good enough. So I go do shopping. I come back a little before an hour, and there's still no one there. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to get my Eagle Rare. About 45 minutes before opening, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go stand in line. So I walked up to the store and stood in line. About 5 minutes later, a gentleman from the store walks out and he goes, are you here for the whiskey release? And I said, yes, I am. And he goes, now this is where a lot of you are going to think stupid, and then let me clarify. So feel free to laugh at me until I clarify this. The gentleman looked at me and he straight up said, you're at the wrong liquor store in Sandy. Now, Sandy's a decent sized city. You would think, well, duh, there's multiple liquor stores in Sandy. This is all north of me in Salt Lake County. I'm just south in Utah County. Salt Lake County has about 20 liquor stores throughout the entire county. 5 of them which are actually in Salt Lake City. And then the other 15 are just kind of scattered throughout. Sandy, I did my research. Sandy is the only other city in Utah besides Salt Lake that has multiple liquor stores. For example, I live in a city called Lehigh, which is 100,000 people. American Fork is right next door. They're 100,000 people. Combined, it is 0 liquor stores between American Fork and Lehigh. So I didn't even think that there might be multiples in Sandy. Mm-hmm. Of course there is. So they tell me this. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get anything then, which was fine. There was nothing out there that I definitely had to have. That was funny thing. It was 10 minutes right down the same road, on basically the same road. So I drive down. I'm like, well, let's just see how bad the line is. I'll go, because they said, usually it's a couple hundred people long. There's like 260, 280 bottles that were going to be released for allocated stuff at the store. So I drive by it and I look and I'm like, that line doesn't look very long. So I park and there was 39 people in line about 15 minutes before store opening. So I'm like, hey, you know what? We'll get something. We'll get something. Now, the things that they had, basically all the normal Buffalo Trace stuff, except for there was no Wellers. No Wellers. It was Taylor, Eagle, Blanton's.
Did they take all the Wellers before you, or?
No, there wasn't. It wasn't even on the list.
Huh, that's surprising.
Through the whole state, there was no Weller on the list. So, it was Taylor, Eagle, Blanton's, and there was 3 bottles of Elmer that were going to be there. Shanks, Bomb Burgers, some Michter's 10 Rye, Remus Repeal, a 1792 Bond, Bottle and Bond. Mm-hmm. A couple Ben Holiday Rickhouse releases, and a couple other things, but like nothing major have to have. Besides that, they had Fortaleza Tequila, they had the Blanco, and they had the Reposado for $55. All this was retail price. I mean, there's no markup. It's I ended up getting a big bottle of Eagle Rare. It was $82 for a 1.75.
The nice part of the Control State.
The good part of the Control State, yeah. I can't think what else. But anyway, so I waited in line and was just kind of talking to people just to kind of get the lay of the land. And kind of what shocked me the most, and again, I was back a little bit. There were some people that were up front in lawn chairs. So I have no idea how long they had been there. Mm-hmm. Um, what probably shocked me the most is like the people. There's a wife that were a little older than me behind me, and a guy that's probably about 10 years in front of me that was younger than me, 10 years younger than me. And just talking, and like I asked the guy in front of me, I'm like, what are you here for? He goes, I just want to get some Blantons. He's like, I have some, but it's always nice to get some more. And he goes, the thing with these releases is after you go through the line once, you can just keep circling.
Tater.
So he goes, the thing is, everyone's head now here has Blantons, so it's like always available the second time through. And we were talking about some things, and then the people. All right, so I was talking to him, and he goes, "Well, what are you looking to get?" And I said, "Man, I'm not too picky." I said, "Number one thing would be if I get the big bottle of Eagle, I'd be fine with that. Otherwise, I don't know. Whatever's available when I get up there, I'm not going to be too picky." I said, "If there's nothing really special that I still want, I might go with the tequila."
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Really?" And I said, "Well, yes." I said, "I've never had it. I've heard it's really good for $55. It's almost impossible to beat. Additive free, like something that a lot of people are going for." Which is funny because he ended up, the guy that wanted the Blantons knew it'd be there. He ended up grabbing a tequila his first time through.
Nice.
And he had no idea about it. So we were talking, and he goes, "Does it really sell for extra?" And going back to our last episode, I just pulled up on Wooden Cork real quick, and it was a $55 bottle selling for $300 on Wooden Cork. So here's an example of what some people might pay for it. He was going to get it to drink it, but there's that. And then the people behind me, I was talking to them, and him and his wife said, "Well, we are Taylor fans." They're like, "We don't get it. It's hard to get Taylor. We are both here to get Taylor, and then whatever else we want to get." So it was just like, it seems like they didn't know a ton about a lot of things. So like as they open up the store and they take us in and they snake us around, and they start people going through the line, and Elmer was out right away. Michter's 10 Rye was out right away. Not a surprise.
Yeah.
And then before I got up, they had yelled out that the Bomb Burgers was out. And also before I got out, the Fortaleza Reposado was out.
Oh.
And so there's a couple things that played in my favor of why I got the Eagle bottle that I wanted, because I got the last one. There was a lot of tequila moving, and I could see a lot of tequila going up. So there were a lot of people that knew about the tequila there earlier in the line, which makes me think the people up front know more about spirits than where I was at in the 40th so person in line.
Yeah.
So there's that. There was also a very big Utah Utes Texas Tech football game going on Saturday.
Oh.
And
not
like
a lot of takers to sit in line for that.
Well, Barstool Sports. Well, yeah, Barstool Sports was there. Dave Portnoy was at the Utes game.
Oh,
they were doing their show. By the way, there was one guy holding up a sign that said, "Utah Utes win, Dave shakes my bed. Utah Utes lose, Dave shakes my bed." And he retweeted it. And he said, "I'm a team player, buddy. I'll shake that bed." So I think that helped too, because there was only probably about 60-some people in line at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
At one of the biggest liquor stores in Salt Lake County. So I think that was going on part of it as well too. But, the people behind me that wanted Taylor, they're like, it usually goes pretty quick. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, they got a decent amount. I haven't seen any of it, because it was just Taylor Small Batch.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen really anybody walk out with Taylor Small Batch. I did see at least 2 people have a Big Eagle. So I'm like, damn it. Which, when I got up, they said there was one left, and I said, I'll take that one. So then I looped around to the back of the line just to, at this point, I'm like, well, maybe I'll get a Fortaleza Reposado. Maybe I'll get a Shanks. Bomb Burgers was out. I don't know what I'll get. So I looped back around, and the couple behind me got their Taylor. And I said, what are you going to go for this time? And they were talking. They're like, not too sure. And the guy said, I'm probably going to grab a Blanton's. And the wife goes, is there anything that you would recommend for us to try it up there? So I said, I bought one. If I wouldn't have bought one already, because I bought a Remus from Jake at the store, I said, which was weird because it was $99.99 out there and it was $79.99 at Jake's store.
Mm-hmm.
But then like the Eagle and stuff was cheaper there. I don't know how price is.
Some
and
of that,
everybody's
like,
close.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I think sometimes distributors price things differently based on how much they buy.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So anyways, I told them, I said, hey, one thing that you might want to look at is the Remus repeal. 5 was one of my favorites. I didn't like 6 that much. I never tried 7 and 8, but 9's out. It's a 10 to 18 year blend of MGP, this and that. So they were excited that they got that on their second time through. And then I went a third time just to get a bottle of Blanton's. If anything, it's a retail bottle of Blanton's. And if I need a gift for a whiskey fan, like I have a bottle to give away now. So
where are they charging for that? 80?
$89.99. So all said and done, the Shanks was $120. The Eagle Rare, which again, a 1.75 bottle of Eagle Rare for $82.
No,
It's
no brainer.
I know it's a tater thing, but it's still a damn good pour.
No, that's not a tater thing. That's cool. That's cool.
I mean, the bottle's cool, but Eagle Rare for the price, it's hard to find something better than Eagle Rare at the price point for a low proof whiskey. I guess not low proof, but you know what I mean. So I wasn't upset at all. I spent more than I wanted to there. I probably didn't need to go the third time for Blanton's. I just thought I'd get the Shanks because when else am I going to get one? I've drank down a bunch of bottles since I've been out here because there's not nearly as much to buy out here, so I don't replenish the stock nearly as quick. But it was fun. It was interesting to see. Like I said, it'd be more fun to get there early to see what the people in the front of the line are like, but definitely the people where I were at, they didn't have a ton of spirit knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, at the end of the day, it was fun. I got what I wanted. The pricing was right. And it's like we talked about, the people that are still chasing some of that stuff and can never get it, like you can plan it around it if you want it here. Like, you know, it's going to be the third Saturday, the week before it releases. You can check out the website and see who has what, if there's something that you really want in terms of like the semi-normal things, the non-end of year. Like, you're not going to get like birthday bourbon from Old Forester or any of that shit like that. But it's, you know, your normal stuff comes out then. So, but it was funny because like the third time I was through, and when I got in line the third time, not too many people from the tail end were still getting in the line behind me. Like, most people went through 2 to 3 times, 2 times for sure. A lot of people didn't go through a third time, but there was probably still a dozen Blantons out of the 36 left after the line had gone through the 3 times, which lets you know that people out here haven't.
Yeah, probably.
So, it was fun. It was interesting. I'm glad I did it. Yeah. What's crazy is like, so I said that's up in Salt Lake County, and there's 25 liquor stores in Salt Lake County for 1.25 million people. And again, a liquor store in Utah, it's the only place where you can buy beer over 5% alcohol, wine, or spirits, because you can't sell anything over 5% alcohol in a grocery store. So if you want wine, spirits, or stronger beer, you have to go to one of those liquor stores. In Utah County, which is the south of Salt Lake, that's the county I'm in, I think there's like 7 or 8 liquor stores, and that's for about another 1 million people.
Yeah, what is that? Like a tenth of a liquor store per capita or something like that?
Yeah. It's interesting. So yeah, but like I said, there's pros and cons to everything out here. Like, it is nice just like walking into a liquor store and being like, we're just buying beer by the can because that's how they sell it. It's not a price pack. Grocery stores, it's a price for the 12 pack or the case or whatever.
Yeah.
Liquor stores, it's a price per can. You just walk up and like, I want this one, and I want this one, and I'm going to open this box and take this one.
It's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah,
but it is. I mean, I don't know. It's cool because you could build your own 6-pack.
Yeah, I mean, everything's build your own 6-pack, and it's like, it's not based off of just these beers. It's whatever beer you want. Just walk up and pull one off the connector and go.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
So are you going to be out there every third Saturday?
No. If I would probably only do it again if there's like something fairly rare that I want. Like, Probably after I finish my last Elmer's, I might, when I see an Elmer's come out, I might look at going early for one.
Yeah.
Um, but unless there's something, well, I'm betting Michter's 10 bourbon will probably be a year-end allocation. But if it isn't, I might go there super early for one.
Yeah.
Especially if it's winter, because I have no problem being in cold. I got plenty of cold weather gear. So I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I'm not. This isn't. Trust me. I much rather would have been hiking that day because it's a beautiful day, and instead I spent half my day there and then got my ass kicked in pickleball in the evening.
Well, so I guess how long were you there for? All said and done.
All said and done. So, if you count my whole day, I left my house.
Well, besides your screw up.
Yeah, if I would have got to that, so here's what I would say. If I just wanted to go get a bottle of Blanton's for somebody or for me, if that's something that I really wanted to have, I would probably have gotten to this liquor store now that I know, like next time. Like, let's say I have a friend that, my dying father wants a bottle of Blanton's. Whatever. I would probably get to this liquor store. They open at 11, so I'd probably get there at like 10:15.
Yeah.
I would probably be the first part of line, and I'd probably be out the store by 11:15.
Yeah.
A bottle of Blanton's. With me getting there, I was there less than an hour for 3 times through the line.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't long at all. No. But
so you could have sacked it up and went on a hike after.
Yeah, but I was watching a friend's dog, and I was going to play pickleball that night, and the last thing I wanted to do was kill my legs from like 1 till 4. Plus, it got hotter that day.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to hike in the middle of the day either.
Hike from 1 to 4, and then get back to pickleball by 5, already sweaty and tired. So
yeah,
but no, it was interesting. I'm glad I did it. Like I said, I won't go again. I got plenty of the stuff that I need here. So
yeah,
and I'm not a hoarder. Like, I now have a backup bottle of Blanton's. But again, that is more or less for if someone wants one, or for a Christmas gift, or I have a friend out here that likes whiskey, and they whatever.
Yeah, the Eagle and the Shanks are good pickups, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's dive into that and what I'm drinking. I'll go first because everybody wants to hear about the Shanks. I'm sure. So I'm drinking the new Old Louisville. It's not bottled in bond, but it's 100 proof, 8-year age stated. They call it the Kentucky Series. We talked about this with Old Louisville's owner a few episodes ago. Go check that out. It's a blend of, like I said, 8-year minimum barrels that they're putting together. I think he said they're going to do like a kind of like batches. Each batch is going to be a little bit different. So this should be, this is batch 1. So yeah, we were excited to try this. It took a little while for them to show up in Illinois. But this is my first time trying it, and I do like it a lot. We got samples of their, I think it was a single barrel 8-year at barrel proof that was like really fantastic, and this reminds me a lot of that at 100 proof. It's got a lot of the like really kind of like good deep oaky notes, and the vanilla and caramel, but it's at like that nice 100 proof point, so it's really easy to drink. And
yeah, if you're watching on the YouTube feed, you'll notice his bottle has a large E on it.
Yeah.
Remember, they have all the bottles will spell out Kentucky.
And the back tells you which one it is.
So just be careful, because if you get 4 random letters, they could spell out a very bad word.
Yes, we covered that. So yeah, I'd recommend picking this one up. This should be like I think this is like an everyday, you should be able to find this like all over the place kind of thing. At least in Illinois and some of the other markets around Kentucky, I think they're in right now. But
I can tell you they're not in Utah.
Yeah, they're not.
There's not a lot in Utah. Um,
It's nice. I think the price was
I say, what's the price point on that for
pretty reasonable. I got to double check. I think it was under 50 for sure.
That's not bad at all then for price point on it.
Well, let's see. I lied. $62.99.
That's
But
not
for
bad
an
for 8 year.
8 year, that's pretty good.
Yeah. What anything you think it's comparable to that people might have had out there before?
I mean, it reminds me of. It's a little. I mean, it's probably MGP. I think.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure actually. No, it's distilled in Kentucky. If I had to guess, might be. Might be Bardstown.
Something like a Bardstown.
Yeah, it's got that it's a little nutty, but it's not definitely not like Beam, like peanut, like Heaven Hills, almost like that, like almond or kind of. It's like somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I mean it's tasty, and it's like I said, it's got a lot of those like nice like toasty, oaky notes that I like. I'm sure there's probably stuff that's way older than 8 years in it because it's pretty good color on it. You can see it. It's pretty dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had any of their stuff. I'd be interested in trying that when I'm back home.
Yeah, I'm a convert. After that episode we did and those samples I got to try, they're all very good.
Yeah, thanks for sending those out. It's nice of you to send me some.
I thought you did get some.
No.
Oh.
I definitely didn't.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. I sent you guys some Outlaw Distillery.
Yeah.
You didn't send me. That's nice. Speaking of things that I've gotten in the mail that I probably shouldn't have.
Well, that was like right after you moved, right?
Shortly after. My somehow, even though it gets shipped to Illinois, somehow my Blind Barrel package got here the other day. Shipped through Illinois and then somehow made it out here. I think it must have gotten thrown onto a truck by accident and ended up at my door.
Fell off one truck and onto another.
Must have. Weird. Got split up on the belt somehow. But I got that, so I'm excited to dive into that. The next Blind Barrel. You did one not too long ago. Did you recently sign up, or was that the Inception series that you just did not too long ago?
That was the Inception series.
Okay, so I just got my Inception.
I'm
not sure why it took so long to get. Oh, you waited to sign up?
No.
Oh,
I have the Inception. This is the Inception, right?
Was that your first one you've gotten though?
Yes, that was the original one. Because I wanted to do it with Jenna, and she could only really drink whiskey.
Well, she didn't take Tylenol during that whole time, did she?
No.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Yeah. I'm always an idiot. No, that's cool. So yeah, I just got my Inception. That's what's the second package I've gotten.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. We should do it together.
That might be the softest thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah. I agree.
If Jenna's going to do it, my friend might be here tomorrow to do it. Maybe all four of us can hop on a Zoom. And
that'd be fun.
So, yeah, no, I'm excited to that. If you guys haven't, so just if you're listening and haven't listened to our Blind Barrel interview with, gosh damn it, what's
Bobby.
his name? Bobby, or the guy from what are you drinking?
Old Louisville.
Yeah, the guy from Old Louisville. Go back and check those episodes out too. Give him a listen.
Yeah.
So I did a fresh pop of my Shanks that I just got. I've had Shanks and Bombergers. I had the releases last year. I tried them. I know this is not going to come as a shock, but if people asked me what I thought of them last year, I said I thought they were okay. I know that's going to shock a lot of people. I thought a whiskey was just okay. So you're going to say, Dan, why the hell did you buy one this year? Because I could. That's why. Don't ask any more questions here. Get out of my personal space. I would have preferred to have the Bombergers. Higher proof point. That's at 108. This
What
is
was what was the thing this year for Bombergers? Do you know?
Was it some of toasted French oak? Not charred, but toasted French oak. I thought.
Oh, okay.
Some of it was, not all of it. So Shanks, this is a 2025 release, 91.2 proof. It's the Michter's Rye Mash Bill. This is bottle number 944 out of 2612. I remember this from the last year's Shanks and Bombergers too. Nose isn't anything too impressive. It's not overly potent. It's kind of got a little bit of the dustiness that I've said it had last year that I don't like a ton, but it's not horrible. But then also, like, if you're making like caramel apples and some of the caramel that you've melted gets a little too hot on the pan and burns a little bit, not like in a bad way, but like a little bit of a burnt caramel on it.
Mm-hmm.
But not in a bad way. I don't make that sound like it's bad. It's not a bad nose. It's just not as punch you in the face as I like a whiskey to have. Again, it's a lower proof, but I mean, I still, as a comparison for someone around the same proof, Eagle has a lot stronger nose to it than this. Overall, mouthfeel, it's a little light, a little watery, not a ton of body to it, although it's getting good legs in my glass. A little bit of that burnt caramel, but in a good way on the flavor. It's a meh bourbon. Sorry. I know people are always, it's not that I don't dislike it by any means. I think it's a pretty enjoyable whiskey, all things considered. $120 price point, probably not my favorite.
The ones I had a similar kind of experience.
Yeah.
I was like, they're all
I
right.
mean, it's very similar to a Michter's Asterisk 1 or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the regular US 1 or
US 1 with the asterisks or whatever you want to call them. I mean, it's not a bad whiskey by any means. The reason I kind of turn my nose up on it a little bit is its price point, and it's like, okay, this is a limited special release, and it doesn't taste too much different than your standard releases that are out all the time. Mm-hmm. Which again isn't a bad thing, because I like Michter's. A lot of people like Michter's. I think the problem when, like, you've been in whiskey for a while, and when you think of like Michter's, you usually have like, yeah, all their stuff's good, but man, I tried that 10-year bourbon once, or I tried that 10-year rye, and that's phenomenal. And this is just kind of meh.
Yeah, well, I think Bombergers and Shanks are like drastically different every year. And I think some of them just like really nail it, and some of them are just okay.
Yeah, I'm not upset that I'm drinking this whiskey. Like, if someone gave me this whiskey, I'd never be upset about it. Like, it's a solid whiskey. I mean, probably fall in my normal 7 out of 10 range for most when I give a lot of them. Not that I'm just some big asshole of a critic. It's just, if I'm going to give somebody a really good grade, it's got to stand out a little bit. And there's not a lot that stands out. It's just a good, solid, what you'd expect out of a Kentucky whiskey.
Hey, 70% still passes, so.
These get degrees, my friend. These get degrees. If you're interested, or you bought a bottle, or you're planning to get in a bottle, and you really like the Shanks Bombergers, I think you're totally fine. You're not going to be disappointed. If you're out there specifically hunting for one of these, I would say there's a lot better stuff you could probably find on the shelf, but it's not bad. It's solid. It's an easy drinking what you'd expect out of a Kentucky whiskey. Nothing's gonna knock your socks off or blow you out of the water or make you think, oh man, I got to have 30 bottles of this. It's fine. Which I kind of had that thought probably going into. I was hoping to kind of knock me back a little bit, considering I spent the money on it this year. And last couple times I've had it, it's just been at a Whiskey Acres tasting at work, where I got to drink it when I was getting paid to work. And I'm fine with that. But
I mean, between what you're describing it as and what I'm drinking, I think I'd probably take what I'm drinking.
yeah, I don't know. I've never tried the Louisville stuff, so I can't say. But if that's $60, I would say if it's similar to this, and I would say go with the one that's $60 or the one that's $120. Plus, you can get some cool letters and have a really cool spell out on your bar top if you wanted to with the Louisville series. Shanks is just kind of Shanks, but this will be a bottle that, like, when I have people over here that aren't big higher proof whiskey fans, this is going to be a perfect bottle for them.
Yeah,
to drink.
You can impress people with that one.
Yeah, I'll drink some out of it every once in a while too. It's fun. For me, it's got a cool story because I got to wait in line to get it.
It's your second Utah Control State bourbon.
Yeah, my second allocated Utah whiskey. It would have been interesting to see because I know for sure that all the stuff that they had for allocated sale was not going to be sold by the time we left, because I don't think I saw any of the Ben Holiday leave. I saw a couple 1792 leave. Like I said, there's still over a dozen Blantons left, and there is probably only about 15 people behind me in line yet. So I'm sure it probably made it through the day.
The 1792 bib is a good option.
It is. I got
what was available.
Yeah, I got a unopened 12-year from 1792. So I kind of talked about that in line with the people. I said, for the price, the 1792 bib is a good option. They're like, are you going to get some? I said, no. I said, if it was 12-year sweet wheat, I would go after it.
Yeah.
But the bib isn't anything too out of the ordinary for me, out of stuff that I have. So,
well, those the Ben Holiday Rickhouse.
Yeah, they had two different Rickhouse series.
Are really good too.
I've never been just a big Ben Holiday fan. I've tried a bunch of
I don't
things.
like anything except those.
Yeah. I tried one of the Rickhouses and I thought it was fine. It's so hard to tell. I'm trying to hard because I usually like around the 110 proof we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I would like that better at full proof versus this at 91 proof. It'd be hard to tell since it's been probably over a year since I've had a Rickhouse proof. There's a few other things there too, but like I said, it would have been nice if I could have got a Fortaleza, even if it was a Blanco instead of a Reposado. But I was shocked to I started seeing as you're far back in line and you got to snake through the line a little bit, like you're trying to look on the counter and see what's getting put up on the counter, and you're just trying to recognize bottle shapes. And I couldn't. I'm like, it's the tequila bottle, and then it's like, oh, that's brown, that's Reposado. Oh, that's the brown in the tequila bottle, that's Reposado. No. I'm like, that's going quick, and they yelled it out pretty quick. That was gone. But it was fun. I'm glad I went. I had a good time. But it's interesting. It's obviously a lot different. But I think, like I said, they said that line can be massively long and 200 people deep. I think the Utes game took a little bit away from that. So,
yeah, I bet probably earlier in the summer, it's probably pretty packed, I would guess.
Yeah, I guess it probably depends on what's coming out. Because obviously there's people there that wanted the tequila.
Yeah.
If
it went quick, I would think that those people are probably there specifically for that.
Yeah. And that's probably a lot of those people that didn't get back in line. I got to see if it times up again because in October, I don't know which weekend in October, I have to look. The next sometime in October on a Saturday, Colorado is here to play Utah.
Oh.
And that'll be a big game day as well. So if it's the third Saturday, maybe the lines will be pretty small again, and I can see what's coming out. Maybe I'll swing back through. But yeah, man, no, it's a fun time. It's good to learn. But just seeing a different state, and yeah, so that's about all I got. Usually I would have a nice catchy segue over to Jake to have him plug Gold Eagle, but since he's
not here, so no Gold Eagle plug.
I'll plug Gold Eagle. 100% discount. You know,
BM free gets you.
I don't think that coupon code is going to work. I don't think I'm going to get him to allow that. But if you listen to our episodes,
plug the favorite.
No. What's the What's the one for the $500? That's the one I was going to plug.
Was it BM 500?
I think maybe VM 500. If you spend $500, you get 10% off.
Yeah,
it's a $50 coupon.
I think it was 15% off.
Was it? I think you're right. I think it was 15.
Yeah.
So nice.
And there's the good old trusty BM cock.
BM cock, yeah.
Or fighting cock. The number one coupon code.
If you're in Illinois, if you're in Northern Illinois, if you're in the Chicagoland area, you want to get some good whiskey or try some good whiskey, swing by Gold Eagle in Libertyville. You can buy stuff online using their app, which is Gold Eagle.
Wine and Spirits, I think.
Gold Eagle Wine and Spirits. I don't know. You'll find it. Most people probably listen. Even if you don't live in the state of Illinois, he ships legally. And it's not essential oils. Don't know what that means. But you can get it shipped. I know we've had shipments go to Georgia. We've had shipments go to Kansas, right? Or
Nebraska.
Same difference. Yes. I don't even know who you are, but enjoy that comment. No, if there's stuff you're looking for, you can't find at your local place. Check and see if they ship to your state. I think they ship spirits to over 40 states. I think they ship wine and beer to 48.
Yeah,
Utah is not one of the 48. So if there's stuff, or you hear about some of the barrel picks we talk about, or you watch or listen to one of our podcasts with a guest from a distillery, a lot of them, except for the Outlaw right now, you can get at Gold Eagle and have it shipped to you guys. So check out Gold Eagle store. We appreciate Jake. We love Jake. We wish him and his wife the best wedding. Can't wait to have him back. And Jake, where can people find out more about us?
Yes, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Bourbon Matters. Listen to us on Apple, Google, Spotify, or pretty much any other podcast platform. Watch us on Spotify and YouTube. Make sure you follow, subscribe, click the notification bell, leave comments. Patrick reached out and thanked us for giving him free Glencairn for all his commenting.
You say we like we had anything to do. That was Jake.
Yeah, Jake. So me and him are going to meet up at Gold Eagle next time he's in town. So
nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We do like getting to read people's comments and thoughts and stuff. I read all of them. So
Jake sends us the funny ones. He keeps the other ones to himself.
The ones where people are trying to pick fights with you are the best.
That's the ones I like. And you never want to respond with the message I tell you to respond with, which is disappointing. No. So
you can make your own YouTube account and go on there and fight people.
All right, Jake. Well, this is fun to try a new bottle with you tonight. We'll have Jake back shortly, and we'll see you guys in the future.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.